Hey guys, I'm back again. I don't have the music on because Facebook blocked my last video for playing music, so it's just gonna be plain. um, I feel like it's unfair because I'm listening to the radio. But whatever. So I'm gonna resend out these invites, and I hope you guys will join me again. If not, just catch the replay, and I just hope that the message that you receive, the message you need, basically. I just want to talk about depression, especially in the light work community. Right now, we're about to have a full moon eclipse. The moon is in Cancer, so that is a huge reason why many are feeling extremely emotional right now. And these emotions, they need to be purged. So that's why you're feeling such negative emotions. You know, not every emotion is a sad emotion, but I've had many people express their depression and even suicidal thoughts. And so I just want to just say to you that it's going to be okay. You know, hello, hi, Robert. Okay, so, my first video got blocked, so I'm starting over, but I feel like I'm in a better energy anyway. Sometimes the music puts me in this high vibration, but it's like I'm about to talk about depression, including my own, so it's probably best that I'm just... Are you serious? I just got another notification, but I don't... I hope it shouldn't be pertaining to this. There was no music. There was just somebody playing music outside there, and you can't even hear it. Okay. I'm going to ignore that. So depression in the lightwork community is going to happen. A lot of times we are always, people come to us and we lift them up. That's why we're light workers. We come to bring the light. We come to bring the healing. We come to say everything's going to be okay. But oftentimes people who are in light work are the people who are in the most pain and who have experienced the most trauma in their lives. And then, because of our nature, we give, but very rarely does anybody come to fill us up. It's only if you do have a community of light workers who you can go to talk to help you feel lifted. And so the point I want to say is go to your community when you're feeling down, because you deserve encouragement just as much as the people that you care about and serve. Okay? Because that's what we do as light workers, is we serve the community. We're here to raise the vibration of the planet. Our planet is in a horrible state right now. Wealth is completely unevenly distributed. We're about to go to war. And it's just horrible. I mean, do I really have to explain about how it's horrible? Do I need to make a list about all the bad, terrible things that are happening right now here on Earth? Okay? People treat each other like shit. People treat animals like shit. People treat plants like shit. Trash everywhere. Okay? Nobody shows love. Everybody, even love is distorted. Love's completely distorted on our planet right now. It's like we have this thing where we don't show love unless somebody gives us love. What's that? That's not love. That's conditions. That's saying, I'll be nice to you if you're nice to me, but that's not love. Love is, I love you just because. And so that's why, there's a huge epidemic of depression regardless, okay? Just to go on a homeless tangent right now, there's a lot of homeless in California. It's really sad. But they're leaving so much trash, okay? Like, there's so much trash. Not just there's so much trash, okay? And some people, because I drive this van, and they'll be like, gosh, like, why do they do that? Why do they leave their stuff there? Well, they're depressed. If you were sleeping on the street, wouldn't you be depressed? So I had to really change my way of thinking, like, damn, like, The homeless and the drug addicts, they need to pick up their shit. Like, no, somebody needs to come and help them and serve them and meet their needs. Because when you're depressed, you don't bathe, you don't pick up. Any people living in a home who've experienced depression know that that's how it goes. You don't take care of yourself, and it's really hard to get yourself out of a negative mind space. When you're in that depression, it's hard to get yourself out of it. Okay? So, to my light workers, go to your community of people who you know are, to your light worker community so that you can get refilled when you need it. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you're feeling low, because you deserve the love that you give out as well. Okay? And no, you probably won't get it from your friends and family. Because if you're getting it from your friends and family, you probably wouldn't be a light worker. So you got to make some new friends and some new family that can support you on your journey. Right now, we're in a particularly heavy energy with the eclipse and full moon in Cancer. And we're called to purge. Okay, and we're not purging our good feelings. We're purging our negative emotions. And I believe this is the first full moon of the year. So I think it's I can really see how we're purging everything, not just from the last year, but from the last decade. Okay, this is a whole reset. So you may be experiencing pain, experiencing emotions or thoughts that are related to things that happened a long time ago. And so you're just being called to, the way you purge this emotion, okay, is you allow yourself to feel it, and then you get really sad, and you're like, why am I like this? And then you remind yourself, well, I'm like this, you bring it to the surface first, okay? You got to bring the pain to the surface, and then the way you release it is by changing the way you think about it. The sun just shifted. And like almost blinded me. You got it. That's how you purge the emotion. Because a lot of people say, oh, purge it. What does that even mean? So you just bring it up to the surface, acknowledge it, and then you change your perspective on it, and then you can release it. And now it's not just like, oh, I had to cry about it and then I stuffed it back down. No, now it's not even the same pain anymore because you don't think of it about the same. And so I went through that experience. I was been crying the last 2 days. First, I was crying about like some ancestral stuff and about how I got to save the planet. That was yesterday. Today, I was crying about my own pains and who and what wasn't there for me and why and all that. Okay? And I realized, and then the reason why I'm speaking, I was actually going to make a long ass post, and I was going to title it as gratitude, but it was actually quite petty. I was going to title it and be like, I'm so grateful for everybody who hurt me, and I was just going to name all the ways I've been hurt in my life, and I am grateful because it really has shaped who I am, and it's made me a better person ultimately, but I think that this is a much better way to present that rather than rehashing every negative thing, just accepting it. Wherever you're at right now, you're supposed to be. It's 2020. We weren't even supposed, the world was supposed to end in 2012, okay? So, boom, we made it to 2020. You're amazing, okay? And you have a divine purpose, especially if you already know that. Especially if you've been enduring pain your whole life just to still love. That's the most amazing thing about myself, honestly. I couldn't even get my own mother to love me. Okay? I couldn't get my grandparents to acknowledge my importance. Okay? I couldn't get my husband to believe in me. And some days my kids blame me. Okay? So, but even still, I still love. I'm still open to love, and I'm still full of it. I have love to give, and I believe that it's still coming towards me. Okay? So if you have experienced horrible pain in your life and yet you still believe in love, You're amazing, because a lot of people turn very, very hard and they hurt others, or they just block themselves completely out. And so if you're still open, you have a divine purpose to keep doing that. You know, a lot of times when somebody does something to us, we feel like, well, maybe I should act like them. You know, one thing for sure I've experienced is having my kindness taken for weakness. Do you know how many times people have taken advantage of me? How many times people have taken my energy, taking my good words, taking my money, taking my rides, taking advantage, because they know I'll say yes. And they look at me like I'm the weak one because I say yes. Because I went out of my way for you. I'm weak. But I did it out of love. I did it because you needed help. You needed help. And I was there for you. And now you look down on me because you're scandalous. You live a life scandalous. That's not true. Okay? That's not correct. What's correct is I'm the strong one. Okay? I'm the strong one because I was there for you, regardless of if you ever paid me back. Okay? Or when I needed something, you turn your nose up. Okay? So, to my light workers, who I know have experienced that, okay, continue to be yourself. Okay? Continue to be yourself. And when you feel called to help someone, even if you know they're ungrateful as fuck, still do it. Okay? When a motherfucker come back crawling to you after they done did you wrong, if you feel like you should do it, do it. I'm not saying don't have boundaries. Light workers and empaths, we need boundaries, because people will take advantage and will just drain our energy. So as long as you're filled up enough to be able to take on somebody else's issue, do it, because the world needs it. Because ain't nobody else gonna do it. Because majority, I'll say 80% won't. It's gonna be the 20% that save this freaking world. Okay? So join a community. You know what type of light worker you are. Okay? You know what you've experienced. So join those communities so that you can get support when you need it for your specific, not just issues, but calling. Because you do deserve to be filled up when you're feeling low. Okay? And so that you can continue to love others who basically don't love themselves. Just because a person is selfish does not mean that's self-love. Selfishness is fear. Okay? Hi. Depression. Don't be ashamed of your depression either, especially like if you're the happy-go-lucky one and you're the one everybody comes to, or you're the one who speaks on the camera and talks about how beautiful life could be. Don't be ashamed of when you have sadness. It just means you're real. It just shows that you're human. And it just shows how fucking strong you are, because even though I was crying earlier, not much earlier, like an hour or two, I'm still talking about how important it is to love and take care of yourself. I also want to talk about suicide, because that has come up. Don't kill yourself. It's going to be okay. Okay? The sun will come out tomorrow. Okay? The sun will come out tomorrow. All right? But I don't think it's really that abnormal to have suicidal thoughts sometimes. I know that even me, as a mother of 4, and technically I'm still married even though I'm separated, but about 2 years ago, I was seeing a therapist because I wanted to walk into the river. That was my plan. I had a plan. I lived about 10 minutes from the river, a 10-minute walk from the river, and I was just going to walk out to, you can inbox me, Lena. I was just going to walk to the river and just go into it. So much was sure of myself that going to the river after, like, I kind of came out of that mindset was, like, scary to me because I was like, this river gonna swallow me up. Like, just because I was thinking like that. Like, I don't even want to get close because I already knew, like, I already know the power of that water. You know what I'm saying? And so I just said that to be honest and open, to know that you could come back from a really fucked up space and really start climbing up to the top of your game. Being on camera and speaking to you, this is like the top of my game because this is my calling, is to speak in front of people and to say, hey, follow your divine life purpose. That's my job. Okay? All us light workers, we got different jobs and they're in different aspects. My job is to say, follow your divine life purpose. Your feelings matter. Okay? The sun came out again. It's so bright from this aspect. And so, you know, the sunshine comes after the rain. It was raining today. And the sun is shining extremely bright on me right now. And just, like, I was going to say go to God, right? But we all have a different God. So what I really want to say is go within. Talk to yourself. Get to know yourself. Pamper yourself. Okay? Take care of yourself really, really good. And get some sleep. This topic's been popping up today with lots of different people. Just had to get my baby daddy out of a tree on Christmas. Was totally meant to see your life. Oh my God. Girl, the reason why I'm talking about it is because it's popping up. This full moon eclipse is purging. Okay? Seriously. This full moon eclipse, this energy is heavy as fuck. Okay? I'm a happy person generally. I'm depressed right now. Okay? Between yesterday and today. I mean, I've been crying and not even the tears actually give me a form of release. So that's another thing, is cry that shit. Cry. I've been crying in my van so much to the point where, like, I'm driving and I feel, because I'm high up, I feel like other people in, like, their work vans can see me. You know? But, you know? Yeah, the energy is ridiculous. So I hope that can make you feel better that you're not the only one. Because it made me feel better when one of my personal friends and readers, she did a reading, and she was like, I'm feeling suicidal. I'm like, you? I'm like, no, like, come down out the tree. Even my other divine feminine friend, I was just talking to her, she's like, can't I just die already? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay? You helped me. No, you can't die. Not today. Not until we save the planet, damn it. So let the tears flow. Like, maybe that's the point of this. Is just cry. Just cry about it. You know, people fucking hurt you. I'm gonna cry right now. People hurt you. Okay? It was wrong what they did to you. You didn't deserve it, and you're amazing because you're still standing and you're still willing to keep going and to love. How many times have you been hurt, but you're still willing to love? I'm still willing to love. Okay? Because that's the only thing that's going to save the world is love. Okay? You know how they say make war? No. Make love, not war. You know, that's how we save the world. I read a post, and they were like, it's funny how we can gather a God, we can also gather on under a God who will go to war for us and protect us from our enemies, but we won't submit to a God who will teach us unconditional love or whatever. And it was like, damn, you know, we're always ready to fight. We want to fight, but what if we fought with love? What if every time someone hurt us, instead of getting angry, we just loved them more? We realized they needed more love. Okay? So, thank you, everybody who's here to support me through these tears and this Cancer moon energy. I don't even have Cancer anywhere in my chart. but it's still affecting me. And that's why it's really important to know astrology. So another point that's coming right now is know yourself. And astrology is a really good way to learn yourself and understand the energy that you carry. Okay? You're not just your sun sign. You're at least your sun, moon, and rising, but you're also your Venus and your Mars. You're actually every fucking thing. And even when we go through the months, the seasons, we are. Thank you so much for your support. I love you too. Okay. When we go through the seasons, we experience all of those. Okay, so right now we're in Capricorn season, which I'm sure had a lot of people thinking about their business, their jobs, where they want to be headed for the rest of the year. But right now we're also in the energy of the moon, so it's like we're crying about it too, because we're fucking failures because we ain't where we want to be yet, right? um, just because I said the word failure, I used to be afraid of failure. Okay? Until I failed hella times and I was still standing and I still had a purpose. Okay? I failed hella times. Hella. I'm a project starter. There was this meme yesterday that I hella related to where it was basically new business you started, and then your entrepreneur, and then it was it was the guy who looks back at the chick while he already has a girlfriend or whatever. It was that meme. And the new chick was the new idea, and it's yeah, that's me. Just decided I was gonna do some shit. New idea pops in. Here I am looking, abandoning my last one. So, I've experienced that energy all the time. Okay? And I realize it's because you gotta go through things to grow. I had to try new shit. I had to try different things so I could know who I am. What is my divine life purpose? I'm not finding my divine life purpose just by joining one fucking program. I need to join 10 programs and realize I don't like none of this shit to the point where I fucking just start reading tarot and talking. Okay? So, what else? Yeah, honestly, it's okay for you to be exactly where you are, and it's purposeful, and allow yourself to feel. And the way you get rid of feeling bad about everything is by changing your perspective. Okay? Instead of saying, my mother never loved me, we say that I had to go through things. I needed that independence. I needed to start my light work at 8 months old, okay? I needed to start my light work at birth, okay? So that I could be who I am today. All right? Do we need tarot? Yes. No. We're going to use an oracle card. We already know shit's fucked up. Tarot tells you, lets you know where you are in your soul's purpose. And we know that we are walking toward our divine life purpose. Okay? We know that our whole point of our life is to, find our divine life purpose, to find our purpose and do it. And that exact same line that was given to me a couple years ago at the Marcus Garvey Festival, her name was Grace? She was an older lady, she's probably 80-something. She said, find your purpose and do it. Independence with Lilith. Lilith was a bad bitch. Okay? She gets a bad rep, but Lilith knew her shit. Okay? It says independence with a 29, which is 11. Let's see what else we get before I read anything. Salvation. Number 8. With 17. 17 is actually the star card in the tarot. Green Terra is the goddess. Save yourself. Independently. One more. And water. Cancer energy is water. So it's basically, look. You're going to have to go through this alone. That's why you feel lonely. Because, thank you about the hair. That's why we had to go through these things alone. That's why nobody came to our aid when we needed it. It's because we had to learn it ourselves independently so that we could be a strong pillar for others. Okay? You're the baddest motherfuckers. Okay? You're the baddest freaking people. If you can get knocked down 10 times and then stand up 11, you're the shit. Okay? Salvation, be your own savior. Okay? Find God yourself. Okay? The church could have taught you some things. I don't want to bag down on every fucking thing. But salvation comes from within. Here goes my client. I'm going to have to cut this short. Hello? Okay, I'll be up in just about 5 minutes. Okay, bye. Alright, go get my client, you guys. And then water. So this is telling me, what's her name? Mama Oka. Okay. Ooh, 33. We just got divine ass numbers, okay? 29, which is 11. The 17, which is 8. And then 33, which is a fucking master number. Master this water. Okay? So that's what they want you to know right now is master this Cancerian energy that we're in right now. Which is mastering your own emotions. Mastering how you feel. You can change your perspective on life. You don't have to suffer. You could be like, oh, that motherfucker left me because they wasn't supposed to be in my life. Period. Alright, I gotta go. But I love you and I really do appreciate all your support.